Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Week 4 of Hoops Friday Night. Tony Quach here with you, alongside Justin Dirks. We're going to start things off with some hoop action from the track.
That's right, Tony. It's opening night over at Senior High as the Lima Senior Spartans battle the Oregon Clay Eagles. Spartans are looking to get back on track, though, as they attempt to rebound from last Friday's 83-60 loss on the road against the Whitmer Panthers. Tonight, they will clash with a 1-5 Eagles squad. Coach Q with the Christmas spirit, picking it up in the second half, and it was all Spartans. Brandon Moore misses the shot by Isaiah Wilson, is in the right time. He drives to the basket for the Spartans score. 43-19 game. Off the inbound, Wilson dishes it to Anthony Mosley, who is coming in hot. He banks that bucket for the two. 45-19 Spartans. Spartans with the physical defense as well as Marty Addy gets the steal, and they have the numbers on the fast break. Addy is going to miss, but the offensive board from Jaquel Cotton comes in clutch. He gives it back to Mosley for the easy bucket. Home team still at 47-19. Lima Senior showing off the range as well as Cotton drops that dime from downtown. Spartans take this conference home win 72-33.
The Philly Trojans clash with the Whitmer Panthers. Trojans look to make it 4 straight wins to start off their season. They face a Panthers squad looking to rebound from a 65-52 loss last week. Finley with some good ball movement here. It finds Ryan Montgomery, and he knocks down the jumper above the charity line. Finley up early on. The Trojans keep it rolling here. More great ball movement as the Trojans deliver it to Montgomery once more, this time in the paint, and he goes to work. Montgomery muscles it up and in. Trojans extend their lead. The road team not easing up one bit. Javante Hill surveys, and he decides to take it one-on-one. Hill shows off his quickness, and he finishes nicely with the right. Finley goes on to win 57-53. Switching over to Putnam County, the LCC Thunderbirds pay a visit to Kalida where they take on a 4-3 Wildcat squad that's looking to rebound from a 4-point loss to Van Wert. In the first, Wildcats up 5-2, and they're looking for more, but Carson Parker says, nah, on my watch. With this rejection, LCC still down by 3. In the final seconds of the first, Michael Tafflinger hangs 3 on the board. He hits nothing but net, and LCC leads 13-8. Kalida responds right back. E.J. Miller cans a tray of his own. The home team now down 15-11. Then Jaden Smith connects with Jacob Stebanek, and he hits the short jumper. Kalida ties things up at 15, and they're not done yet. Smith comes away with the ball. He throws it down with authority. Kalida goes on to win 53-35. Over to Ottoville, the Big Green boys basketball team opens in the Lincoln View Lancers. The Lancers still eyeing their first win of the season, while the Big Green looks for their 6th. In the third quarter, Lincoln View down by 23. Austin Backraft turns and hits the fadeaway J. Lancers now down by 21. Now Ottoville playing some defense. Kellen Schlagbaum pokes the rock away, and he cashes in on the other end. The Big Green now leads 40-17. Moments later, Carter Horseman grabs the offensive board, and he drops it in for 2. The home team now leads 44-17. Lancers still fighting, though. Preston Toe spins and sinks the jumper, but Lincoln View still down by 22 points. Then it's Alex Seaver who hits Michael Turnwall, and he knocks down the triple try. Ottoville wins this game 68-39. Another PCL team was in action tonight. The Continental Pirates took on the Patrick Henry Patriots in a non-conference game. Jason Geyer's alma mater Patriots knock off Continental 38-28 in overtime. The Temple Christian Pioneers take on the USV Rams in a Northwest Central Conference matchup. Pioneers look to get back to 500, while the Rams are gunning for their 5th win. In the third quarter, Rams up by 21 points. Temple Christian still fighting. Jabaz Dupree uses his whole body to get the layup in the paint. The home team down 42-23. To the fourth quarter, USV's Alex Sanders comes up with the ball. He takes it down the court, gives the fake, and gets the bucket. The Rams now lead 49-23. Then it's Sanders again, powering up the shot and extending the Rams' lead to 28 points. Moments later, Drew Stevens drives to the basket, and he gets the layup. That gives his team a 55-27 lead, and the Rams go on to win big, 59-29.
Now over to Leonard V. Valbert Gymnasium. That's the site of our next NWCC clash, with both the Commodores and the Polar Bears looking to get to 500 on the season with a win tonight. We start with 4 minutes left in the third. Perry's Cameron Moore gets a nice bounce pass to Aiden Simpson, who gets the short-range jumper for 2, 40-37 Perry. A minute later, Brady Shively attempts the shot from downtown, but the ball rides the rim and falls right into the hands of Simpson, who jumps and shoots the ball in from the net for 2, 42-37 home team. Now, with just seconds left in the third, Hardin Northern firing back as Zeb Wilson charges down court and gets the rock to Sean Kuhlman, who lays it up for the buzzer beater, 44-41 going into the fourth. Now in the fourth, Elijah Caudill dishes it out to Simpson, gets that dime to drop, and Perry gets the home win, 68-62. Ridgemont also wins against Ridgedale, 67-44 in their matchup, and the Waynesville Goshen Tigers fall to the Elgin Comets, 71-32. And we need to take our first break on Hoops Friday night, but when we come back, we have highlights from the WBL and the Northwest Conference. Stay tuned for more.
Welcome back. The Ottawa Glandorf Titans took it back in the win column after a tough 65-62 loss on Saturday to Lutheran West. Tonight, they face a 4-2 Elida Bulldogs team in our Friday night Spotlight game.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
Before the game, the Morris family was recognized by the team and fans for their $500,000 donation to the renovation of the field house. And Elida came out early to show whose house was it. David Etzkorn gets the steal and lays it up for the first bucket of the game. Elida leads 2-0. Moments later, Seth Sharp floats to the paint for the bucket. The Dogs go up 4-2. And on the other end, Colin White finds Grant Schrader, who makes it rain from the corner. OG now trails by 1 point. In the second quarter, the Titans turn it on. Levi Unterbrink drives to the basket for the layup. The Titans now lead 19-15. Later on in the quarter, White shows off his range. He hits the three from the corner, and that puts OG up by 7, and they never looked back as they win 65-24. It'll happen when we have a trio of family members playing against each other. Salina's Caleb and Braylon Gabes face off against Brady Gabes' Shawnee. It's the first and only time that there were 3 Gabes family members on the court at one point. In the first quarter, Caleb Gabe dishes it over to his brother Braylon, and just like the number on his back, he buries the 3 ball. Salina up 3-0. Moments later, Austin Miller finds Toby Freiberger, and he answers back with a triple try of his own. Shawnee ties things up at 3. And with 5 minutes left to go in the first, Will McBride finds Beckett Berkey, and he gets in on the 3-ball action too. Shawnee goes up 8-3. And the Indians keep the momentum going. Dom Lynch is there with a quick reflex. His bucket gives the Indians a 7-point lead, and they're not letting up. The 3-ball won't go here, but it's Brady Gabes who cleans it up for Shawnee. 8 points and 9 boards for him tonight. Shawnee goes on to win 57-35. And here's some other scores from the WBL. Defiance defends home court against Van Wert, 51-44. In the Battle of the Wildcats, Kenton emerges victorious against Bath, 47-46. And the St. Mary's Rough Riders took down the Wapakoneta Redskins by a final of 63-25.
Now we head over to the stage where the Mustangs, hoping for a win in their first conference game, against the 2-3 Wildcats, hoping for their first conference win tonight as well. Start at the very beginning, the jump ball is tipped around, and Carson Klum shows off with this behind-the-back pass. Klum dishes it to Braylon Schultz. He gives Allen East the 2-0 advantage. Later, the Wildcats find themselves down 4-1. It's Trent Tiemann who would cut down the lead. His post move makes it 4-3 ball game. Now, under 4 minutes left in the first quarter, Jefferson gets their first lead of the game. It's Levi Rode with the steal inside the paint, and he takes it the distance, making it a 7-6 Wildcat lead. Wildcats would go on to a 4-0 run, but it's halted by the Mustangs. Klum sees an opening, drives inside of the paint, and lays it up and in. He makes it 11-8. Wildcats would answer back, however. It's Rode again, driving down the lane and getting the layup to fall, making it 13-8. Wildcats go on to win this one 61-55. Another NWC matchup coming your way from Ada. The 3-2 Bulldogs looking for their first conference win tonight, taking on the 2-3 Pirates looking for their second win in the conference. Picking it up in the second half, Bluffton up big. As Caden Laura drives the lane, he dishes it to John Paul Yoder, who muscles his way from the defenders, kicks it out to Marik Donaldson in the corner. He buries that bucket. Bluffton up 58-28. Now off the inbound, Carson Soper gets the nice alley-oop to Laura. Soper dropped 25 points on the night. Road team still up 30. But Bulldogs trying to fight their way back. Off the miss, Ethan Murphy gets the nice offensive board to put it back up and in for the score and the foul. After the free throw, Ada is still down 30. Bulldogs putting on the pressure as Jaden Leo passes to Murphy, who gives it right back, and Leo drains the shot from downtown, 33-60. Pirates kept piling it on, though, as Wade Ginther gets it to Donaldson for the fast break basket. Bluffton rolls 92-45. More NWC action from Spencerville now. 2 of the top teams in the conference face off as the undefeated Bearcats host the Vikings. In the first minute, Bearcats aggressive as Josh Henline misses, but Carter Sudoff is there for cleanup. Spencerville with the first points of the game. Then Henline with the rock again. He pulls the trigger for the long 2 here. Nice bounce pass and in. Bounce it in. Bearcats up 4-1 early. Now Bearcats again pushing as Dylan Cook gets the bucket under the basket. It's 6-1 road team. Then Spencerville showing off the range. Sudduff kicks it to the corner for Dylan Smith with the triple try. It's a 9-1 game Spencerville. Then Bearcats making easy work of the Vikings. Smith with a nice fast break bucket. It's 11-1 Bearcats, and they keep it rolling. Headline with the beautiful long pass down court. Owen Sensabaugh with the easy lay-in on the transition. The Bearcats win 72-40. At the Ray Etzler Gymnasium, the Crestview Knights take down Columbus Grove Bulldogs 51-33. And we are set for our second and final break on Hoops Friday night. When we come back, catch highlights from the mighty Midwest Athletic Conference. Stick around for more.
Welcome back, everyone. After winning the 2022 Division VII State Football Championship, the New Bremen Cardinals finally tip off their season, and what a way to tip things off than with a trip to America's friendliest city. It's the Battle of the Birds at the Vatican as the New Bremen Cardinals battle the St. John's Blue Jays. The Jays looking to stay undefeated in their 5th game. In the second, Jays up by 3. Aaron Tiemann shows his sniper range, and he ties things up at 10 with this 3-ball. Moments later, the Cardinals take control. The ball will eventually end up in the hands of Alex Homan, and he turns and banks it in. He gives New Bremen a 12-10 advantage. St. John's not laying up. Here's Cameron Elwer, who drives in. He sets up his jump shot, and it falls through. The Jays are now down by 1 point. But it's the Cardinals who strike back, and fast. It's Homan who shows off his range from beyond the arc. His 3-ball is signed, sealed, and delivered. The Cardinals go on to win 40-36. And here's how the rest of the teams to the Midwest Athletic Conference fared. Fort Recovery wins a close run on the road against Versailles, 50-48. Coldwater dominates at home against New Knoxville, 60-24. And our final MAC game sees a thriller at Minster as Parkway took down the Wildcats, 53-51.
Now over at the launch pad, the 1-6 Falcons need a win, but it's going to be tough against 4-1 Rocket Squad coming off their 74-24 win over Arcadia. In the second half, Aiden Harris with the sweet pass inside to Colin Harris. He gets the lay-in bucket. Rockets up 42-25. On the other end, it's number 23. He takes to the rack on the fast break for Riverdale. Home team still up. Then it's the Harris-to-Harris connection. It connects in the corner for the tray with the hand in his face. It's 47-27 Rockets. Again, number 23 drives the lane for the score for Riverdale. Trying to stay in this, 47-29, home team still on top. Now PG piling it on, though. Derek Mag banks the basket in for 2. Home team up 20. And again, PG not letting up. Aiden Harris gets the basket and the Band-Aid. Rockets roll in this one, 75-38. Now, taking a look at some scores from the BVC. Corey Rawson takes down Arcadia at 60-21. And Liberty Benton defends home court against the Arlington Red Devils, 43-41. Van Leeuwen Macomb saw a final score of 63-57, with the Panthers taking home the W, while Van Buren had no problem against North Baltimore, winning 72-50.
To the Shelby County League, Botkin wins big on the road. Trojans knock off Houston 61-23. Fort Loramie Redskins dominate against Fairlawn 51-13 at home, and the Russia Raiders win on the road against the Anna Rockets 61-38. Here's some scores from the Green Meadows Conference. The Paulding Panthers come out on top against the Antwerp Archers 52-48. The Wayne Trace Raiders fell to the Ayersville Pilots 57-47. Tenora wins 43-38 against Edgerton, and Hicksville edges out Fairview 32-31. 2 more scores from the Central Buckeye Conference. Bellefontaine wins against Jonathan Adler 53-46, and Indian Lake takes down Benjamin Logan 65-48. And that's how we wrap up our 4th week of Hoops Friday Night. Thank you to everyone who puts this show on the air, and thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight.
Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, we have plenty of girls and boys basketball action heading your way, along with the Allen County Wrestling Meet. So tune in for that. Thanks again, and have a good night, everybody.
Good night.